A long time ago, there was a boy who was not like other children. He was curious. He asked many questions. He wanted to learn everything about the world. But many people did not understand him. Some people said he was slow. Some people said he could not learn well. Even his school did not believe in him. But that boy never stopped thinking. He never stopped trying. He believed in one simple thing. If I try again and again, I will win one day. That boy grew up and changed the world forever. His name was Thomas Edison. This video about Thomas Alva Edison is designed to help improve your English. The English is at the A1, A2 level, so it is easy to understand and perfect for beginners. Let's get started. Part 1. The Boy Who Was Different. Thomas Edison was a small boy who lived in a simple town in America. His full name was Thomas Edison. He was born into a normal family. His father worked hard, and his mother stayed at home and took care of the family. Life was not rich, but it was peaceful. From the beginning, Thomas was not like other children. He was very curious. He always asked questions. He wanted to know how things worked. He wanted to understand everything around him. When he saw a light, he asked, "How does it shine?" When he saw a machine, he asked, "What is inside it?" But many people did not understand him. In school, Thomas had a hard time. He could not sit still for long. He asked too many questions in class. His teacher thought he was not a good student. Some children laughed at him. They thought he was slow. One day, something happened that changed his life. His teacher told his mother that Thomas was not smart enough for school. The teacher said he could not learn like other children. This made his mother very sad. But she did not believe it. His mother believed something different. She believed her son was special. She believed he just learned in a different way. So she took him out of school and started teaching him at home. This moment was very important in Thomas's life. His mother gave him love, patience, and hope. She did not shout at him. She did not call him slow. She encouraged him to read books and ask questions. Thomas loved his mother very much. He trusted her. He started learning in his own way. He read books slowly. He did experiments at home. He tried to understand how things worked, not just memorize them. He was not a fast learner in the school style, but he was a deep thinker. When he became interested in something, he focused fully on it. He could spend hours thinking about one small idea. He wanted to explore everything. At home, he made small experiments. He used simple things like glass bottles, wires, and tools. He tried to create small machines. Sometimes things broke. Sometimes experiments failed. But he did not stop. Instead of feeling sad, he learned from every failure. He believed that every mistake taught him something new. This way of thinking made him stronger and more creative. He also loved reading books. He read science books again and again. If he did not understand something, he read it many times. He believed learning takes time. He never rushed. He wanted to understand deeply. Even though people around him did not see his talent, his mother saw it clearly. She told him, "You are not slow. You are special." These words stayed in his heart forever. They gave him strength for his future. As Thomas grew older, his curiosity became stronger. He wanted to try more experiments. He wanted to build useful things. He did not dream of being rich or famous. He only wanted to solve problems and discover new ideas. Life was still not easy for him. He faced many small problems every day. People still misunderstood him. But inside him, there was a strong fire. That fire was his dream to learn and create. Thomas Edison's early life was not easy. He was misunderstood, rejected, and called different. But that difference became his strength. It made him curious. It made him strong. It made him creative. And slowly, step by step, the boy who was once called not smart enough was starting to become someone very special. Part 2. First Failures and a Growing Fire. Thomas Edison was growing older, and his curiosity became even stronger. He wanted to learn more about machines and inventions. Every day he looked for new ideas and new problems to solve. He started working in small jobs to earn money. He did not care about luxury or comfort. He only cared about learning. Even in his free time, he studied machines and tools. At night, when the world was quiet, Thomas stayed awake. He read books slowly under a dim light. Sometimes he made small experiments in his room. He used simple materials like metal pieces, wires, and bottles. His room looked messy, but his mind was full of ideas. People around him did not understand this behavior. They thought he was wasting time. They thought he would never succeed. But Thomas did not listen to them. He believed something inside him more than outside voices. And slowly, something important began to happen. He started learning faster through experience, not from school, not from teachers, but from life itself. One of his first big interests was the telegraph machine. He saw it as something magical, a machine that could send messages far away in seconds. He wanted to understand every small part of it. So he studied it again and again. He practiced with it. He listened to its sound carefully. He touched it, tested it, and tried to improve it in small ways. At first, he made many mistakes. But each mistake made him stronger. Each failure helped him learn something new. Slowly, he began to understand how machines could be improved. People started noticing something different in him. Even though he was still young and unknown, he was thinking like a real inventor. But life was not ready to make it easy for him yet. One day, while working near a train station, something unexpected happened. A small child was in danger. Thomas acted quickly and saved the child. The station manager was grateful for his bravery. Because of this, Thomas was offered a job working with telegraph machines. It was not a big job, but for him, it was a great opportunity. When he first worked with a real telegraph machine, he felt excited. He carefully studied every sound, every signal, and every movement. He asked questions, practiced every day, and tried to improve his skills. For the first time, Thomas felt that he was moving closer to his dream. Success did not come quickly. He still faced many problems. He still made mistakes. Many people still doubted him. But he never stopped learning. He was no longer just a curious boy. He was becoming an inventor, and this was only the beginning of a journey that would change the world. Part 3. The First Real Inventions and Big Struggles. After working as a telegraph operator for some time, Thomas Edison became more confident. Every day he learned something new about machines. But now he wanted to do more than operate them. He wanted to build his own inventions. Thomas believed that every machine could become better. When he saw a problem, he started thinking about a solution. He carried a small notebook and wrote down his ideas whenever they came to his mind. Soon, he made small improvements to telegraph equipment. They were not famous inventions, but they showed that Thomas had a special talent. People around him started noticing his creative ideas. Life was still very difficult. Thomas moved from one city to another to find better jobs. Sometimes he had little money. Sometimes he slept in simple rooms and worked long hours. But he never stopped dreaming. He spent most of his free time reading books and testing new ideas. Many experiments failed. Some machines stopped working. Some ideas were not useful. But Thomas did not give up. Every mistake taught him something new. In 1869, Thomas moved to New York City. It was a busy place filled with businesses, inventors, and new technology. He hoped that this city would give him a better future. Soon after arriving, he repaired a broken stock ticker machine. The owners were surprised by his skill. They offered him a good job. Not long after that, Thomas improved the stock ticker and made it faster and more reliable. The invention became successful. For the first time in his life, he earned a large amount of money from one of his ideas. Instead of spending the money on luxury, Thomas used it to build a small workshop. He bought better tools, machines, and materials. Now he had a place where he could work every day on new inventions. Thomas worked from early morning until late at night. Sometimes he forgot to eat. Sometimes he forgot to sleep. His only goal was to create something useful for people. His friends admired his hard work. Some people thought he worked too much. But Thomas believed that great success only came through hard work and patience. Slowly, his name became known among inventors and businessmen. More people wanted to work with him. More people believed in his ideas. Thomas looked at his small workshop and smiled. He knew this was only the beginning. Very soon, he would build a famous laboratory where some of the greatest inventions in history would be born. And his biggest journey was about to begin. Part 4. Menlo Park and the Magic of New Ideas. Thomas Edison was now becoming a well-known inventor. His small workshop was no longer enough for his growing dreams. He wanted a place where people could work together, test new ideas, and build useful inventions. In 1876, Thomas opened a new laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. It was one of the first research laboratories in the world. Many skilled workers joined him. They worked together like one big team. Every day, the laboratory was full of activity. There were tools, wires, batteries, glass tubes, and machines everywhere. Some people tested new ideas. Others built new parts. Thomas moved from table to table, asking questions and giving advice. He believed that every problem had a solution. If one idea failed, they tried another. If that failed, they tried again. No one was afraid of making mistakes because every mistake helped them learn. Thomas worked harder than anyone else. He often stayed in the laboratory until very late at night. Sometimes he worked for many hours without taking a long rest. His friends worried about him, but Thomas only smiled and kept working. One day, his team started working on a new machine. This machine could record a person's voice and play it back again. Many people thought this idea was impossible. Thomas and his team worked day after day. They tested different materials. They changed small parts again and again. After many tries, the machine finally worked. For the first time, a human voice was recorded and played back. People were amazed. They could not believe their ears. This new invention was called the phonograph. It became one of Thomas Edison's greatest achievements. Newspapers wrote about it, and people from many places came to see the amazing machine. Soon, Thomas Edison became famous across America. Many people called him a genius. But Thomas did not stop working. He believed there were still many problems waiting to be solved. One evening, while looking at the dark streets outside his laboratory, Thomas had another big idea. What if every home could have safe and bright electric light? It was a difficult dream. Many inventors had already tried and failed. But Thomas Edison smiled. He was ready for his biggest challenge yet. The journey to create the electric light bulb was about to begin. Part 5. The Light That Changed the World. Thomas Edison had already amazed people with the phonograph. But he was not satisfied. He believed he could create something even more useful for everyone. His new dream was to make a safe electric light for homes and streets. At that time, many people used candles, oil lamps, or gas lamps. They were not very safe. They could cause fires, and they did not give enough light. Thomas wanted to change that. Many inventors had already tried to make an electric light bulb, but their bulbs did not last very long. Some became too hot. Some broke quickly. Others stopped working after only a short time. Thomas knew the job would be difficult. But he was ready. Every day, he and his team worked inside the Menlo Park laboratory. They tested different materials for the filament inside the bulb. They tried cotton, paper, wood, and many other materials. Sometimes the bulb stayed on for only a few seconds. Sometimes it worked for a few minutes. Many experiments failed. Some people laughed at Thomas Edison. They said he was wasting his time. They believed an electric light for every home was impossible. But Thomas did not listen to them. He believed that every failed test brought him one step closer to success. Day after day, week after week, month after month, the team continued working without giving up. Finally, after many hundreds of experiments, Thomas and his team found a better carbon filament. They carefully placed it inside a glass bulb. Everyone in the laboratory watched quietly. Thomas connected the wires. The bulb began to glow. It did not go out after a few seconds. It stayed bright. The room became silent. Then everyone smiled. They knew something amazing had happened. Thomas Edison had created a practical electric light bulb. Soon, the streets around Menlo Park were filled with electric lights. People traveled from many places to see the beautiful lights with their own eyes. Newspapers called it one of the greatest inventions of the century. Soon, homes, schools, offices, and factories began using electric lights. Life became safer and brighter for millions of people. Thomas Edison became famous around the world. But even after this great success, he did not stop inventing. He believed that there were still many problems waiting to be solved. His greatest gift was not only the light bulb, it was his courage to keep trying, even when success seemed impossible. And his journey was not over yet. Part 6. A Legacy That Still Shines. After the success of the electric light bulb, Thomas Edison became one of the most famous inventors in the world. But success did not change his heart. He continued working every day because he believed there was always a better way to solve problems. His laboratory remained busy with new ideas, new experiments, and new inventions. Thomas and his team created many useful things, including better phonographs, improved electric systems, and early motion picture technology. During his lifetime, he received more than 1,000 patents for his inventions. People from many countries admired his work and visited him to learn from his ideas. Even after becoming famous, Thomas still worked long hours. He believed that hard work was the key to success. He often encouraged young inventors to stay curious, keep learning, and never stop trying. His inventions changed the way people lived, worked, traveled, and communicated. Homes became brighter, cities became safer at night, and businesses could work longer because of electric light. His ideas helped build the modern world we know today. As the years passed, Thomas Edison grew older, but his love for invention never disappeared. On October 18, 1931, he passed away at the age of 84. People across America and around the world remembered him with great respect. Many lights were turned off for a short time to honor the man who helped bring light to millions of people. Today, more than 100 years later, the name Thomas Edison is still remembered as a symbol of curiosity, hard work, patience, and hope. His story teaches us that success does not come in one day. It comes from learning, trying, failing, and trying again. The little boy who was once told he was not smart enough grew up to become one of the greatest inventors in history. His light continues to shine, not only in our homes but also in our hearts, reminding us that one simple idea can change the world forever. Thank you for watching this story. If you enjoyed learning about Thomas Edison and want to improve your English through inspiring history, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to History Meets English. We will see you again in the next story. Until then, keep learning, keep dreaming, and never stop believing in yourself.